So Codex can now make beautiful looking motion graphic videos like this, all thanks to a new plugin called Hyperframes. And with this plugin, you can do things like recreate a polished launch video, build an animated product promo for any company, render a full feature launch with animated UI, and even spin up a vertical app promo for social. And the best part, all you have to do is talk to your agent in plain English. So let me show you how to make any of these videos yourself without hiring an expensive motion designer or ever opening the cluttered circus that is After Effects. This is Anthropic's launch video for Agent View. It's a new Claude Code feature they launched a couple weeks ago. And you can see it's pretty complex motion design. We have all these terminal windows with text on them. We have the Claude Code mascot lassoing terminal windows, push-ins and push-outs. Not exactly simple to do motion graphic wise. Now, before we actually try to recreate this pixel for pixel with Hyperframes, which we are going to do, let's first as a test just give Codex the URL to Anthropic's docs for this launch and see how well it does in just generating a video just from a website link. So here are the Anthropic docs. I'm going to copy this. I'm going to go into Codex, go to plugins, search for Hyperframes. I already have Hyperframes installed, but it's very easy to install yourself. All you need to do is just hit the plus button. No login needed or anything like that. So once this is installed, let's just do the try and chat feature. So the try and chat feature, it will default to this template, which is turn this website into a 20-second product promo. And that's exactly what we're going to do. And we're going to enter in those docs that we just copied and pasted. So these are the Agent View docs, and Hyperframes is going to create a video out of these docs. Just hit send there. While this is generating too, the way Hyperframes actually works is pretty simple. So every video in Hyperframes is written as HTML. This is the same code that builds the websites you use every day. And AI like GPT 5.5, as you would imagine, is extremely good at writing HTML. So with this plugin, we are essentially steering GPT 5.5 to write HTML that mimics motion graphics. We have things like text fly-ins and scene transitions, the same principles you'd use in After Effects, just carried over into easy to understand code. That's essentially how it works under the hood. And then Hyperframes has done a really good job of creating documentation and all of these kind of standard operating procedures for GPT 5.5 to reference when you invoke the Hyperframes plugin. And that's how we get some really solid video and motion graphic outputs. And then with that, let's check in on the generation. So we'll go back over to Codex. The generation is complete. It's on this local host, which I will explain. And we have this preview window, which I'll also talk about in a second. Let's get this into a browser and not bury the lead. Let's see what this looks like. Pretty good. That one's a little funky. So this is pretty darn good for a first output. I mean, we have some things here and there that could be changed, but it's pulling from Anthropic's color palette in the docs and in the blog posts. It's grabbing the screenshots from the website. It's showing off the features. Pretty darn sophisticated. I love these like card reveals here, considering all we said was pull from this website. And the reason it's so good is I just want to quickly explain this because I think it's interesting to see what's happening under the hood. So if we go into Hyperframes, we have all of these pre-built skills. And one of those skills is this website to Hyperframes. So when we clicked this try and chat, that's what it defaulted to. And when we say that, it is pre-prompted to pull up this skill, which is, if you actually look into this, is pretty detailed. It says capture a website. So it goes through, it says run the capture, read the extracted date, build a working summary. It creates a design.md. It creates a script. It creates a storyboard. It generates a VO too. I didn't actually turn on the volume, but it was generating, it had VO, just didn't sound great. So I just turned off the volume. And then it has like even pre-prompted video types. So that's why it was so good at that, even just giving a simple website and going through and extracting that entire blog post. So that's not bad for a first output. But the question is, can Hyperframes actually recreate this video beat for beat? So if we go back to this Twitter post, how close can we actually get to all of these different animations? This time I'm going to feed Codex an entire shot list of Anthropic's video, which by the way, I just fed this into Gemini because Gemini has really good vision capabilities. And I said, Gemini, break this down shot for shot. And this is the prompt that Gemini came up with. So I'm going to copy this, paste it into Codex, go to new chat, paste that into here, and quickly, this is the prompt. We have these different scenes, actual shot list. This is basically a pixel for pixel description of the entire Agent View launch video from Anthropic. So we're going to paste this in at the top. We're going to say use at Hyperframes and see how well it does in generating that. First pass at Anthropic's Agent View demo video clone. Let's see how well the Hyperframes agent did. Put this here. Okay, interesting. I got the mascot right. lasso, pretty good, pretty good. Okay. All right, it just kind of freezes. Fades. There's not a whole lot of push in and push out movements. Okay, and then it just kind of keeps going. All right, nice little end frame. That's not bad. I mean, for a first pass, let's quickly compare this to Anthropic's video too and see how it compares. Anthropic's on the right, ours on the left. The terminal's pretty close. Just doesn't fade out. So the lasso's way better in Anthropic's, obviously, but I bet I could get Codex and Hyperframes to have this be accurate, where it's realistically lassoing the terminal window. Yeah, I mean, I think with a little bit of tweaking, you get this very close to Anthropic's version with just Hyperframes. Remember, we're not using After Effects. We're not using any sort of complex motion design. It's literally just talking to an LLM and having it recreate a video with this Hyperframes plugin. Pretty darn cool. But what if instead of recreating an existing video, because let's be honest, you're probably not going to copy something pixel for pixel, however useful it is to see how well it recreates this, but what if instead you wanted to make a new video for a brand new company completely from scratch? I've been loving this new YC-backed startup called AgentMail lately. It's just, as they describe, an email inbox for AI agents. So you give your AI agent an API key, and then it has access to email inboxes. Really useful for OpenClaw setups, for QAing, all sorts of stuff. Not what this video is about, but I do love their branding as a whole, and I'm wondering how well Hyperframes would do in creating a video. So let's go over to Codex, open up a new chat, and paste in this prompt, which, by the way, I just used another Codex agent to generate this. So I'm going to say, build a 30-second product promo video in Hyperframes. For AgentMail, we give the website, we have all this context, we have some key facts, we have information about the branding, typography, and then it just came up with a shot list too. So we're getting pretty prescriptive with Hyperframes. Let's see how it does with a prescriptive prompt for an actual company. Let's check out Hyperframes' output of this AgentMail company promo video. Let's just play this all the way through. Cool. Okay. This very much matches. So if we go back to their website, the branding is dead on. If we go to this built for scale section, it even took that and just made its own counter animation. I actually like this. The card reveals and stuff, this does a really good job of it. So if you're trying to show off any UI or something, even these like terminal type views, Hyperframes just does a good out of the box generation of these kinds of views. What we could do is actually go into the AgentMail platform and take some screenshots of features and then feed it into the agent. And I bet the output would be even better. But if you're just trying to get content out, do it quickly and not worry about it being perfect. This is a great example of a use case that Hyperframes just does really well out of the box. Now that's a video for a new company, but what about if you're already working at a company, you guys are established, people know about you, you're not exactly in need of a company launch video, and instead you just want to generate a video for when a feature gets launched, for example. Let's work on that one next. The company Linear does a fantastic job of visualizing features that they've shipped in their change logs. So sometimes they'll have these nice screenshots. Occasionally they'll have these really cool looking videos, just super polished. It just makes you want to use the product. So I wanted to do something similar. We're going to use this one, their latest release from a couple weeks ago, Code Intelligence. So we already have this video here. I'm going to just try to mimic this as much as possible in Hyperframes and see. It is pretty complex. But this is a good example of stress testing Hyperframes and see how well it does with this really high bar motion graphics and just UI design as a whole. Now, before we go into Codex, I did spend a bit of time writing the prompt here because with a basic prompt, Hyperframes is just not going to get to this level of linear quality. So what I did to get to a prompt that's nice and detailed for Hyperframes is I went over to Gemini. They are one of the few vision models that can ingest video and not just stitch together frames. So I took this video from Linear, pasted it into Gemini, and I said, give me first I said, give me a frame for frame analysis, give me an exact prompt. It wasn't specific enough. I said, expand this. It still wasn't specific enough. So I expanded and finally got to a point where it's detailed enough with all the UI design, the shot list as a whole. So we have this nice detailed prompt now. So I can take this, I can copy this. We'll go into Codex, new chat, create this with at Hyperframes. And while this runs, let me show you how to customize these videos. If you'd like to do this manually through the Hyperframes timeline, this is something we've seen a couple times, but I wanted to explain this a bit more thoroughly because it is, I'll be honest, somewhat confusing. I rarely go in here. It's honestly much easier to just give your agent access and then have it adjust on the fly. But if you really do need to go into this inspector and make little tweaks here and there, this is where you can do it. So this is the timeline as a whole, very similar to Premiere. It is a little confusing though. Like if I look at, so I have this one layer that's just brand icon. So I don't even know where that's actually coming in. And then we have this ASCII word. So it's something going on that's going through this entire video. So it's something in the background. Then we have this ASCII background that's showing up when I click that. You can see these grid lines as well. So if we look closely, there's like these grid lines in the background. That is the timeline view. So if you want to shift anything, you can just, similar to Premiere, you can just tweak this by clicking into one of these scenes and then just dragging it left and right. We'll keep it exactly where it is though. And then we've got these assets on the side. This is everything that Hyperframes generated. So every single one of these are basically an asset, basically a JPEG that you can copy, you can paste back into your agent to say adjust that specific asset. So it is nice if you're giving feedback and you don't want to just say, oh no, at 001, there's this thing. You can actually click one of the assets and the agent will know exactly what you're talking about when you're giving feedback. There's also the code on the left, not anything you need to worry about, but this is how the HTML is being generated. And then we have this layers panel as well here on the right. This is almost like Figma where we can click into each of these scenes and we can see all of the different layers that are showing up. So if I scroll here, I can actually click. So this is the title that's selected. This is eyebrow headline at the top. So it's nice you can click through and easily identify these as you move through the scenes. If you want to say adjust the title, click here. And then you can go to design, and then we can change this to test, change that back to AgentMail. And then also there are a number of controls, like if we want to change the font, line spacing, size. There is quite a few customization options with text, color, etc. And then if we click something that isn't text, like this launch node here, this card on the left, just scroll in, this card here, and go back to design, and this is where this like nice gradient is. So we could change the color of this gradient if we wanted. So it is customizable if you need to change any text, if you want to delete any layers, anything like that. But I mean, for the most part, it's just much easier to go back to your agent and tell it to make changes here. And then Codex is done with the generation for linear. Open this up in a browser. Let's see what we got. Dang, this is pretty good. Wow. Okay, a little curve there, but yeah, I mean, wow, that's pretty good. We'll play the actual linear demo video in a second to compare, but did a fantastic job of matching the UI here, even this like vignetting, nice little depth of field. Sorry to just keep dropping motion graphic terms. Looks really, really professional. I love this like glass morphism that it did. Basically got that right. This is a little bit different the way it flies in, but I mean, still looks great. So let's look at this compared to the actual linear video. Yeah, linear definitely has some things it's doing that are just advanced, even though these like animations, the UI is a little bit more translucent with these invite link expired, stuff like that. But I mean, for a one-shot output, this is pretty darn impressive. And the beauty of this with Codex as a whole is we have this design.md. So now we could take this design.md and bring this over because yes, technically we're just making a pixel for pixel recreation, which you don't really want to post anywhere because it's just straight up copying linear. But you could do that. You could just define this more in design.md, including these different motions and transitions, and then have that in a single design.md, which you can carry over into future projects. So that's the beauty of Hyperframes. And as you're tweaking, you can always update your design.md and rules and stuff like that, similar to how you would working with an agent where you're just updating a skill file. So that's how to use Hyperframes. It's really that simple. Just talk to an agent and you'll have these nice looking polished motion graphic videos. I mean, if you're in marketing, if you're in content creation, if you're just trying to publish more professional looking videos quickly, I cannot recommend Codex with the Hyperframes plugin enough. But Hyperframes is just one of the plugins that turns Codex into a full work assistant. So watch this video next where I walk through the 7 Codex plugins I use every single day that you cannot live without, and how you can use them too to get the boring work in your day-to-day done even faster.